Hello again. So today we're going to talk about YouTube a bit more, and we're going to talk about Google a bit more. So before I start doing that, one of the things I thought I'd mention was that you've got the app. If you've got a phone or an iPad or a tablet, you've got the app there for YouTube. That's what it looks like. Yeah. It just means you don't have to go into the internet or anything like that to get it. I mean, you do have to be on the internet, but you don't have to go into Google to go to YouTube. You can just click straight onto it and you're straight in, like so. So if I go like that and then just click on it, and it goes. Yeah, it takes me into YouTube. So that's how you do it if you're on a phone or a tablet. Another thing I wanted to mention was, and I'll just see if I can show you on this machine. This is a Windows 10 one. See if I can get in the light. See this button here underneath. So that's your backspace for rubbing things out, yeah? That underneath is enter or return or come down a line. Yeah, it's a really, really useful button. Yeah, and it looks like that. It goes down and across. If you think of it like a typewriter, going back to the beginning when you've got to the end of a line, because that's what it sort of represents if you're using it like that. But it's a very, very handy button, and it's also on your keyboard. It's on the keyboard if you're the keyboard that pops up when you are using it on your phone, using a keyboard on your phone. So what we'll do is I'll share my screen with you. Just take a little second to do that. And again, you're looking at my computer screen. So this is on my Mac. So it maybe looks a bit different than it would on the one that you've got. And I'm going to go into Safari in order to go into the internet because I don't have the app. Also, my one doesn't automatically go into Google, which a lot of yours probably does. So what I'm going to do is I've just typed the letter G, and when I did that, I typed the letter G and Google just appeared magically, the whole address at the top there. So all I need to do is this one finger attack. I'm just going to go press the enter key and it just takes me straight in. The enter key is great like that because when you type something in, you go YouTube, or whatever it is you type in, then instead of having to come all the way down here and go Google search, what you can do is just go enter and then off it goes. So here we are. There's that logo I was telling you about. So YouTube. So if we go in, just click on it, in we go. So here we are in YouTube. So one of the things I could tell you about, so your home, this is your main bit where you kind of hang out and look for things. You've got some suggestions up here. If I can just take this out of the way for a second. You've got all sorts of suggestions. You can keep clicking along. Violins, yeah, sex and violins. So there you go. Trending will be all your the stuff that people are watching all over the world at the moment. So you've got all sorts of stuff there that people are really into. I never look at those because I'm not that kind of trendy type. I tend to just search for things. Yeah. So click into here and I start typing for something. Yeah. When I'm making a mistake, space. When I'm making a mistake, then I'm just using that backspace button. So United States of whatever. Yeah, I quite like this. Wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. She was all like, so that's that. So I've got my my video. Now, if we come further down the page, and I'm doing that by obviously scrolling down some way or another. Sometimes you pull a bar down at the side there. You know, there's a bar here, and you click and drag it down. But I'm using fingers, so it might be one finger, two fingers, depending on which device you're using. So you come down, it gives you information about the film. So 45,000 people like it, 1.7 thousand people don't like it. This is the name of the person who's put the video up. This is his little sign in here. So you can click on that and find out more about him. He puts videos up. Okay, he's got some kind of urban, okay, so it seems to be funny things and odd looking things that he puts up. So I don't think I'll follow him or subscribe to him. So I'll go back and use this back button. And that's the same on most machines. If I just show you, if we look on this machine, you'll see the back button. Yeah. So here, yeah, little button going back. Yeah. And that's a very, very useful button. So you can use that to go back there, to back out of things. Which we need to do a lot of the time on the internet, because you realise you've gone somewhere you don't want to be. So I don't want to be here anymore, but I want to go back where I was. So I'll just use that back button.
She was all like...
And so I've just paused that again. So the other things we can do is we can share videos, which is great. So we've got this share button. Before I get onto that, we've got save as well. I don't ever bother saving anything. The internet remembers, the YouTube app remembers what you've been looking at, and basically you can find it again usually. But yeah, that's a way of saving things. So we can share, like I say, chosen not to subscribe to Mr. Woot, who isn't this guy, he's just a guy that likes that video. So we want to share the video, we just go share, and then all this stuff comes up. So you've got Facebook, you can just click onto that and share it on Facebook if you're signed into Facebook on your device, or Twitter, or whatever it is you use. And then they should all be here, all the ones that are available for you to use. And if I just stop that for a minute, I'll just show you on my phone. So if I go in my phone, if I go into YouTube, so I'm going to click onto YouTube, there it is, click, here we go. I'm going to find that video. So if I show you at the top of the screen, you'll see there's a search, you see the little magnifying glass? So I click onto that, and then I write in whatever it is I want to write. Yeah, it's ready for me to write something. And it's also got the back button if I want to back out of it. Yeah. So I might as well go for United States of whatever, since we're there. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to play it just to make sure that we're going to the right place, because this is the video that I want. If it's playing and then I can pause it, then I know that that's the video, that's the address that I want to send to somebody. So we've got share on in the middle there, yeah, if you can see it. And I'm going to click on share, and it's doing the same sort of thing. It comes up with these different options, yeah. So I'm going to go for WhatsApp, this one here. So I'm going to click on the WhatsApp, and it's giving me choices of people that I can send it to, yeah. So I'm going to send it to Lucy. And I just clicked it once, and it clicked in twice, because it just does that, because she's one of my recent people. So I do that, and then I'm going to go next, yeah. And so next, and then it's written in the address there, and it's ready for me to send it to Lucy, and then I can just go send, yeah, send, and just send it to her. Sometimes you don't really want to just send something just by itself. So what I'm going to do is, you can see the cursors at the end here. If I click there, the cursor's at the end flashing. See the blue thing flashing? And then I can use that return key to come down. So you can see it's actually called on this machine, it's actually called return. So I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to press it twice to come down a couple of lines. You see I've come down a couple of lines, and then I'm going to write something like, hey, this is a really stupid video, ha ha ha, kiss kiss, whatever, and then send, yeah, and send it to her. Okay, so that's how you share things with people, which people like to do. People like to share videos and things like that. So here we are, we're back at my screen again. We'll get rid of this, I think. Another way you can share things is by just selecting to copy the thing. And you can do that if it's not suggesting an app that you have. Then what you could do is you could click on copy, and it's been copied. And then all I would have to do is, if I was on a phone, all I would have to do is go onto the app that I wanted to send it on, whatever it happened to be, press my finger until the word paste appeared, and then click on to paste, and then the link will come up. And again, it's good to press return at least once or twice, get away from it if you're going to write something, so that you don't link it onto the address, because it won't work, because it's basically just an address you're sending. You're not sending the actual video. You're sending just like the address of the video, so the person clicks on it and it takes them to that address. Okay, so what else can we look for then? Let's have a look. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention was I'm signed into this at the moment. This is why it's got this here. So it means that because I'm signed in, it means that I could write something if I wanted to, or I'll go, I like this, or whatever if I wanted to. But you don't have to be signed into it to watch things. So let's have a look. So I like cowboy films. So I'm going to look up Sergio Leone. And you can see that I've only got to Sergio and it's already coming up. So I can just click onto that. There we go. Yeah. And we've got a film about Sergio Leone. You can tell because it's 1 hour and 34 minutes long. That's only 9 minutes long. Huh? We've got for a few dollars more, 2 hours long. Okay, so we're actually getting the film there. This is good. We've got an interview. It's only a couple of minutes long. Quentin Tarantino. This is just a theme tune for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We've got it's 2 minutes. Yeah, so these are sort of clips and things. This is just his entrance in the film. Let's see. Now we can buy or rent these films. So let's have a look. So it would, and they're in high definition. We can rent it. We'd have to have an account, I guess, and set up an account. And then we can do that. But we can actually watch some of these things for free. So we've got that one at the top. What's that? These seem to be really short clips, just little clips of things. But luckily for us, we've got this one. So let's go on to that. And now I looked at this earlier, so I'll take it back to the beginning. I just dragged it back. And then I could make it full screen, and then I could just watch the whole movie. So lucky old me. And that would be great. So that's the movie starting. Or I could just drag along, maybe just a certain bit that I want to see. Let's see. Not that bit, I don't think. Yeah, so anywhere in the film I want to watch, and that's great. And then if I wanted to, I suppose I could save it if I wanted to watch it later. So that's pretty good. Another thing I could do is I could watch, let me see, if I really liked a band or a performer, I could get a concert of them, couldn't I? So go Led Zeppelin. And then if I click at the end here, I want Led Zeppelin, I want a concert. Yeah, so concert, yeah, so all I've typed is CO and it's come up, look. Led Zeppelin concert. And if we look, well, that's amazing. You can get the whole concert. You can get the whole concert from here. Yeah, so this is great. So that's another thing you could try is, so you could try looking for a film, see what you can find, and maybe just be able to find a theme tune or something like that. See if you can find a concert. You might be able to watch a whole concert of somebody that you like, performer or somebody that you like. I'm just going to rub that out. And what else? Let's go for somebody vegan's coming round to dinner. So I want a lentil recipe because that's all I've got in the cupboard. There we go. This looks good. Oh, red lentil dal. Let's have that. See what it's like. So there we go. And this person's now going to show me how to make red lentil dal.
This is my comfort food. This is...
Excellent. Things like these that come up, try not to click on them themselves. Just click the X and that gets rid of them. But there's my recipe. So that's fab. So try doing those things and see how you get on. Okay, so now let's just go to Google then. So I can back out of it, but obviously it's going to take me through all the pages I've been in. I might be here till the end of time. Worth doing it just to have a look and see it going back through everything. But since we don't have a lot of time, I'm just going to press G. Google.com's come up, or I could select it, and I'm going to enter key. There we go. And we're into Google. Let's have a look. So we could have, let's go, Evening Express, yeah. So let's go Evening Express. We've got the home page here. It tells you a bit about it here on the side, Evening Express. So let's try, see what they're showing. Oh dear. So, oh dear. So there's a primary school that burnt down to the ground. Oh dear, not so good. Stuff about the Dons. Let's have a look at this one. There's Nicola Sturgeon and a story about it. Yeah, that's great. And back out of that again. Go back to the page we were at, yeah, and then back again. We're back to where we were. Another thing we can do is when we're in Google, we can just press Google. It takes us back to, just clears it completely. Let's have a look. Aberdeen. Oh yes, I was going to go for Aberdeen Football Club. So but I've clicked on the wrong one. So Aberdeen FC, but this is it's within the Evening Express because I clicked the wrong one. Okay, so go back the way, and in fact, again, if I wanted to, I could just clear that. I could just go back to the beginning, but I'd quite like to keep Aberdeen actually because that was part of what I was typing. So Aberdeen, there it is. So I've clicked on the wrong one. Click on Aberdeen Football Club. There we go. Tells you about it here. Got some fixtures and things. So we've got all the main information on the top there, so I can see the matches. But if I wanted to, then I could go to the home page, or there's some videos there. I could go to Wikipedia, which is an encyclopedia. So it tells you all about their history and everything that they know about it. I think the Daily Record, some kind of 9 hours ago that was as well, so it'll be interesting. I'm going to the home page, and we get all information here. Look, club news. And what you do with these things, because you find when you go off and they disappear, is you make sure that if you want to look at one of the things in the list, that you come straight down the way onto it like that, and don't go off to the side because it disappears, you see, because then you get another one. So that's great. Okay, back out of that again. Or, like I say, I can do this thing and just go G, Google, right, back to the beginning. So let's search for something completely different then. We'll go Crathis, yeah, there we go, Crathis Castle. So we'll go in there. Let's have a look. So there's Crathis Castle. It's got a map and everything. Tells us a bit about it. Main information's here, just on the top. Or I could go and have a look in the National Trust for Scotland, and it tells me all about it. Let's back out of that. But because if I'm back here, right, if I'm back here at the beginning, right, I don't have any choices underneath. It's just a basic search, right? So we'll go back in Crathis Castle. Right? But once I've actually searched for it, these things all appear. So if you were just looking for a picture of Crathis Castle, you go into images and it's just pictures. Or if you want news about Crathis Castle, just news, videos. Looks like maybe a drone video, looks good. I could get a map of Crathis Castle. So this is good. Once you've searched for something, you get these different choices. Not always relevant, so I'm not going to book a flight to Crathis Castle, but useful if you want maybe just want a picture of something. But usually you're in all, and you just get everything, all the results, pictures, everything that's available in whatever order. Let's have a look. Something else. Clan Fraser. Yeah, let's have a bit of that. There's a basic over. It says that all my hope is in God, but if you're Fraser, I love it. It's not. It's just repressed. I am ready. Yeah. So we've got Wikipedia, so I can go in there, It's an encyclopedia, and it tells you all about the history, the origins, and so on. Go back out of that. So that's a useful thing. Or we could look, here's actually a clan. Fraser will love it. Yeah, it's me. So into that, and I'll get all sorts of history and information, tartans and so on. So if I come back again, I can maybe look just at images. Maybe I just want to know what the tartan looks like. And we've got various things I can look at. It's the head of the clan, the motto and so on. Yeah, various pictures, if I wanted to look at pictures. News, is there any Fraser news? So, oh yeah, little boy dressed as Jamie Fraser, yeah. Outlander, yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot you can actually find there. So I would say to you, have a go. Have a go of YouTube. Don't feel you have to share anything yet if you're not confident about that yet, but it's something you can get to eventually. But certainly look up a film, look up a recipe, look up a concert. And when you're on Google, well, it'd have to be something you were interested in. So if you're interested in any clubs, any kind of history, poetry, bird watching, whatever, you can try typing things in there, rubbing them out, going in, backing out. So if you get stuck, Ross and Kev are there for you, as always. So good luck, and I'll see you next week. Thanks again.